the concept with some of the numericals for solving the influence line for various activities or various numericals. As of your syllabus, will be having the maximum components for beam, the influence line for beam, that may be simply supported cantilever or any variety of beams, continuous beams as well as the fixed beams. Okay, for those only will be having the analysis, and only the frame structure, the truss structure is there for ILD, that will be dealing in very limited aspects, and which is completely of determinate structure, not for the indeterminate structures. The ILD is for completely for determinate structures. In the last class, we were discussing about one of the activity involved in the project or involved in the structure analysis. By simply supported beam with a point load acting, that is from left to right, you can call from one end to another end. Our activity, the load is moving from one end to another end. In which how to calculate the reactions we have discussed in the last class. That only I will be continuing today. Just for example, it is given the two. Suppose our simply supported beam with a point load. Always the basics for ILD is unit load design we need to do, and then we need to analyze our all numericals. Depends upon what type of number of the loading conditions are there. Initially, we need to make a influence line diagram for unit load only. Then only will be going for next loading conditions. So that it is necessary to understand how to draw influence line for reactions, shear force and bending moment for unit load only. Okay. Once you know the unit load, shear force, bending moment and reaction diagrams, then only thing is multiplication. Multiplication of the coordinates and actually applied loads. That gives you directly the shear force, bending moment and reactions for all the activities or all the applied loads. Fine. Hope the how to draw shear force, the reaction ILD is clear in the last class. So, the last class we discussed about these diagrams. The diagrams which were giving the ILDs for reactions. This is RA reaction ILD and RB reaction at B point. These two diagrams. This how we are drawn. Just I'll explain once again so that it will be clear for you people to understand the ILD for reactions. The last class we calculated what will be the reaction at RA and RB by considering the moment about A is 0. We have calculated RB value, that is considered to be x divided by 10, where x is an unknown value. Okay, x is unknown value. Where the load is applied, depends upon that the value will change. Okay, x is an unknown value. If this x is an unknown value, then RB will be of x divided by 10. Therefore, RB is written as x divided by 10. And RA will be of 1 minus x divided by 10. This is of RA. For simple structure where x is unknown value. Okay. This is written over here. RA is 1 minus x divided by 10 and RB is x divided by 10. That is it. The x may be before C value or after C value. That doesn't matter. X is x always. Okay. Depends upon where it will be located, the reaction should be calculated. Okay. Now we'll be having a C as a point in between somewhere. It is also not fixed. Okay. Somewhere. And considering these to be in the meters, if I'm writing, that is 3 meter for a total span of 10 meters. Okay. For C, we need to find out the reaction influence line diagram. How to draw? First, we are having the RA and RB. For RA and RB, I will be drawing the diagram. Before going for this diagram, I can draw in the previous slide only. 1 second. In In this diagram only, if I want to draw the diagram for ILDs, here RA is calculated as x divided 1 minus x divided by 10. If x is equal to 0, which means load is acting at this point only. Okay, distance is 0 means automatically it is acting at the first point, which means reaction at this point will be, that is 1 minus x is 0 divided by 10 will be giving you the 1 minus 0 divided by 10 is, that is of 0.1 RA. And if the reaction is considered at this point, that will be giving you the maximum value. That can be drawn as like this. This is 0.1 if I set, and remaining at this point, RB will be automatically 0. Because x is 0 means x is 0 divided by 10 is 0. Therefore, the diagram can be drawn for that is like this. Similarly, if I am writing x is equal to 10 meter, then load will be acting at this point. Okay? At that point, 10 divided by 10. Will be of x is 10 divided by 10 is of 1. The diagram for RB can be drawn as like this. No, this is of RB. RB can be the maximum value at other end. RB is like this. If this is A, this is B, this is A, and this is B. Okay? Therefore, this will be of 1 kilonewton. Here also it will be of 1 kilonewton if it is 1 kilonewton load. Okay, if it is only unity, then you are writing as 1 only. Okay, not writing the unit, what we are going to consider for our numbers. Okay, that will be giving you the reaction diagram. That will be drawn here in this slide. That is giving you the maximum value 1 at RA and maximum value 1 for RB diagram. That is ILD for ILD for reaction at A and ILD for reaction at B. That is giving you the clear-cut diagram for the unit quantity of loading conditions. Okay. Now, if it is 1 and this is 0, and you can calculate at C point, that is at 3 meter, what will be the value at this point? At 3 meters. You know this one, and total length is 10 meter, and this is 3 meter. You can apply the similar triangle property and calculate what will be this height. The blue line, vertical blue line, how much will be the height, that you can easily find out. That can be calculated as 1 divided by 10 is equal to, this is unknown value. I can write as 1 divided by this 10 minus x is, if you are considering as 3 meter, then that can be of 7. The y can be calculated as 7 divided by 10. X is unknown mean. At that case, you can write 10 minus x. So, height can be given as 1 minus x divided by 10. That is also possible if x is unknown value. So, you must know what is x value given. If it is not given, you can substitute as x only, then you can simplify the equation as it is only. If x is not given for us, then you can write y value as 7 will be not there. Instead of 7, it will be 10 minus x. And you can write equation as 10 minus x divided by 10 is equal to what? That you can write. Here equation can be rearranged. This is of 10 minus x divided by 10. Similarly, for this diagram also, it will be same. This will be x divided by 10. Others, you can write this one as, in place of same activities, will be represented over here for RB. So, you must know how to calculate the similar triangle property, and then you need to calculate this height whenever this one is asked. Okay? That is necessary to know the values. This is the reaction diagram, reaction ILD diagram. This is how you need to draw previously for unit load, one quantity, that is unit load. Next is to draw shear force diagram. This you need to keep in your mind. Okay, the ILD is for reaction as well as ILD for shear force. ILD for shear force can be calculated as we know, the total span of member is 10 meter, and at 3 meter, if you want to calculate the shear force, then you need to divide left hand side or right hand side of the particular component. And if I am considering right hand side, reaction at RB is S divided by 10. This is known to us. Okay, the shear force at C is negative always if you are considering from the RB. That is BC equal to minus 10 divided by X. If you are considering from left hand side, then it will be positive shear force. Okay, therefore the diagram can be drawn as the diagram for shear force can be drawn as like this, where the influence line diagram for shear force will be given as the first reaction is 1 minus x divided by 10, and second reaction is of x divided by 10. If I want to draw the shear force diagram, that is combination of both. अभी पहले डायग्राम हम लोगों ने रिएक्शन ए के लिए ए निकाले थे और रिएक्शन बी के लिए ऐसा निकाला. ये दोनों को कंबाइन करो. I use different color pen so that you can easily understand. If this is our R, this is RB, and this is RA. Okay. Now merge these two. That will give you the shear force. Shear force is nothing but the forces acting to the left and right of any section is known as shear force. That is calculated like, if I want to draw shear force diagram, that gives as, if this is a blue line, that is for RA, and if I choose the red one, that is RB, and that can be given as like this. Okay, R. Always the RB will be considered in terms of negative, and RA will be considered to be positive. Therefore, RB will be given as the downward. This is negative, and the blue one is positive. Okay, therefore, this will be represented in the downward direction. This is R. Now I need to consider any section and calculate the shear force involved in the ILD. Now I'll consider any section. Any section. Now yellow line indicate my section. That is section at XX. And diagram for the shear force for XX section can be drawn as top one, the triangle comes, then the vertical line, and then it goes there. This is how it has to be represented for shear force or else. The shear force diagram for positive and negative can be represented as, here if you see the diagram which will be representing the values of different components can be given as, if you see this diagram, this is the baseline of combination of RA and RB, and the reactions will be represented in the remaining place. That is, negative will be downward and positive will be upward. Or else can be represented. Or else this diagram can be drawn as this and in this diagrams. Or else you can highlight this one by using different color. This as this. This is all remaining place where you need to omit. And these red lines indicate the shear force available in the ILD. That is combination of both the diagrams, that is blue and red color. That is RA diagram as well as RB diagram. ILD for RA and ILD for RB is considered and drawn combined, that is shear force. Shear force diagram will be drawn like this. And point 3 and point 7 indicates at 3 meter span, we have considered this section. If you have considered this section at 3 meter, the point 3 will be with respect to RB and point 7 will be with respect to RA. Those values are written in this diagram. This is shear force diagram, which will be further used for execution of our bending moment diagram. So next component is the bending moment diagram. That can be drawn as always bending moment diagram for simply supported beam will be having structure as this is our structure, basic structure. If any section if you are considering at C point, if you are considering the bending moment calculation, the bending moment diagram will be like this for simply supported beam. This we have studied in your previous subject also. If simply supported structure is there, and if I want to draw the bending moment diagram, the values are unknown. This is RA and this is RB. The values are unknown. This was C point. I need to calculate the bending moment. If a point load is acting, the bending moment diagram will be like this only. The triangle will be. At this point, you need to find out the bending moment. The bending moment can be calculated as the summation of the areas. The summation of areas. That gives the bending moment involved at particular section. That can be drawn as here if you see our previous simply supported beam, which is having total of 10 meter span and 3 meter at section. If I am considering the right hand side section of the component, that gives 10 divided by x is RB and into perpendicular distances of 7 meter. And gives the moment like this. 10x divided by 10 into distance is 7. 7 why? Because this side is 3 meter, remaining will be of 7. Because total is 10. X divided by 10 into 7 gives the moment about this axis at C point, in between point. Okay? That can be calculated and which is acting as clockwise. The anti-clockwise one that will be represented for C point. That will be positive value. Okay? The diagram for bending moment can be drawn like this. Here it is. You see bending moment diagram for influence line. The name is merging in this diagram only. So diagram is here. That is like this triangle you need to draw at C point. So at C point, this is at A reaction, this is at B reaction, this is at 3 meter, and this is at 7. Bending moment diagram will be drawn like this. And the maximum bending moment can be calculated as 1 minus 7 divided by 10 into 3 is equal to 2. That is kilonewton meter hour units will be there. That unit I need to verify. Here in our PPT it is given in terms of square feet. That all of the SI units leads to only the meter and kilonewton. So that will be using our numericals. This is an example where we have the maximum bending. If I am considering the left hand side, the calculation for moment calculation will be the RA is known value that is 1 minus x divided by 10 into perpendicular distance will be of 3. That is 3 kilonewton, 3 meter. So 1 minus x divided by 10 into 3. Here it is meter. The bending moment. This is a positive one. Okay? That leads to left hand side if it is clockwise, it is positive. The right hand side if it is anti-clockwise, that will be positive. Likewise, we will be drawing the bending moment diagram for eigenunits. For unit load only, where all calculation is with respect to unit load. Here, x value will vary depends upon where the location is asked. And 10 meter will be not constant for all the numericals. It is just an example where the span of beam is 10 meter. Okay, this is what how to draw shear force diagram, bending moment diagram, and reaction diagrams for ILD. Using these components only, we will be solving our numericals. This is a basic concept how to draw the support reaction ILDs, shear force diagram for ILD, as well as bending moment diagram for ILD. If you know these three diagrams, then our simplified solution can be achieved for upcoming numericals. Okay, this is shear force reaction and BMD for ILDs. Okay, we'll be solving some of the numericals. You'll clearly understand how to draw as well as how to use those materials. Next, quantitative influence lines are the Mueller's-Presley's principles for drawing the ILDs, which will be used for preparing the ILDs. He has given some of the principles which should be used for execution of ILDs. That we'll see now, and then we'll be solving the numericals. The principles gives only a procedure to determine the influence line for the parameters of determinate or indeterminate structures. He has given the procedure for identifying influence line diagram for determinate as well as indeterminate structures. Gives only procedure. But using the basic understanding of influence lines, the magnitude of influence line also can be computed. The magnitude or the scale or the quantity involved in the ILD can be achieved by knowing the basic of the influence line diagrams that we have discussed just now. The basics, the shear force diagram, bending moment diagram, and the reaction diagrams for ILDs. Okay, using that also you can calculate the quantities, or you can analyze the numericals, as well as using the Mueller's principles also you can analyze the numericals. In order to draw the shape of influence line properly, the capacity of the beam is to resist the parameter investigation or the investigated reaction, bending moment, and shear force, etc. At that point must be removed, and which will be used for calculating or the analysis of our actual moments as well as shear force and reactions. But basically, you should know reaction, bending moment, and shear force diagrams for unit loads. The principle states that the influence line for a parameter, say a reaction, shear, and bending moments, that we have just now discussed how to draw reaction diagram, shear force diagram, and bending moment diagram. The principle says that at a point is to the same scale at the deflection shape of the beam. When the beam is acted upon the particular parameters, if you are drawing the beams to the scale, then deflection can be measured by our diagrams only. The capacity of beam to resist the parameters at that point must be removed, and then it is allowed the beam to deflect under particular parameters. Initially, we will be applying certain loads on the beams and we will be measuring how much it will deflect. Okay, as the deflection is there in the members, that deflection can be easily measured. And once you are measuring the deflection, remove the parameters and again measure the deflection. How to measure that one will be dealing in the numericals. Positive direction of forces are the same as before. The direction will not change with respect to the Mueller's principles. It will be same as our previous basics. Now we'll be dealing with influence lines for determinate beam, how we have to draw for particular structures. Okay. Now influence for simply supported beam can be drawn as the same reaction diagram just now we have drawn. That is, one side it will be top, the maximum value, another side it will become 0. Okay. This we have discussed in the just now. The slides were discussed with the same component. The reaction at A can be drawn like this. Okay. Same influence line for the continuous beams can be drawn as influence lines for determinate beams by Muller's method can be drawn as if it is one side overhanging. The ILD can be drawn as ILD at C point will be maximum for shear force, and bending moment can be drawn in the same diagram. Okay. The ILD for shear can be drawn as in the previous numeric example. Only simply supported beam was there, two supports were there, and the shear force diagram was drawn like this. The shear force diagram was drawn like this. Now it is continuous span. For this, suppose it is drawn like this, same as this one. This is same as this one. There is no change. Only wherever continuous span is there, for that another shear force diagram is drawn, where the shear force will be maximum at this point, up to whatever value is there, for that value it is drawn. That is shear force for overhanging. If it is both the side overhanging, then you need to do, if this side also overhanging is there, in such cases the diagram may come like this. Okay, now it is not given, so no need of drawing. If it is both the side overhanging, the diagram of shear force can be drawn like this. Okay. Similarly, bending moment diagram, if here both the side overhanging is there for our diagram, and as we know, the simply supported beam is there. The previous simply supported beam was like this only, and bending moment diagram was only the triangle. Now for simply supported, it is only the triangle, and overhanging is there. Therefore, the line will continue on both the sides. And the diagram, the final diagram for ILD can be drawn like this. This is the previous basic one. The red line indicates the basic ILD for simply supported. As it is overhanging on both sides, the lines are extended. Lines are extended. And the bending moment diagram for ILD can be drawn like this. If it is both the sides overhanging. If this side overhanging is not there, then this diagram will be not there. Only this triangle and the bottom triangle. It used to be like that. Now, the both the side overhanging is given, therefore diagram will be also both the side overhanging. Both the side bending diagram will be drawn. Okay, this is influence line diagram for bending moment, and this is for shear force, and gives different values for shear force as well as bending moment. Okay, this is how we need to draw the shear force and bending moment diagram for particular component. In previous slide, we have discussed about how to draw the influence line diagram for reaction. Okay. In continuation, we'll be discussing with the Miller principles that gives the influence line for indeterminate beams of Muller's principle can be drawn as we don't have the indeterminate structure influence line diagram for you people for your syllabus. But just over glance I'll be giving. Here, if I want to draw the influence line for shear, a reaction, the continuation of the previous diagram should be there in the indeterminate structure. Now it is of one is fixed and other two are simply supported and ring supports are there. Okay, it means it is an indeterminate structure. This is having more than 3 number of atoms in our equation. Okay. For that, if I draw the influence line diagram, then it will be for each triangle, it will be perpendicular. That will be for this. The shear will be like this, and similarly, this continues with this. As well as at this point, again, it may goes like this because it is a fixed line. Okay. And bending moment will be same like this. Bending moment diagram can be drawn as triangles for the fixed lines. Okay. This is how we need to draw the indeterminate shear force diagram as well as bending moment diagram for ILDs. That can be shown like this. If it is a truss, influence line for floor girders are the floor systems which constructed with the given diagram. Here, if you see the A diagram, that is top one. See this one. Here, this is our slab. Below that, the girders are given. This is our floor beam girders. These are the load carrying components in our structure. जितना भी स्लैब के ऊपर लोड गिरेगा, वो लोड एक बीम्स के ऊपर ट्रांसफर होता है. That is girders. और इससे कॉलम को ट्रांसफर होता है, कॉलम से ड्रॉन को ट्रांसफर होता है. So girders will be having the load on those slabs, and that can be prepared with the simply supported beam, that can be having the fixed support, and that can be with the trusses also. Okay, the loading conditions will be there for different components. So that will be having the transfer of loads from one end to another end, that is from slab to girders and girders to columns. That is given over here. And equilibrium equations, if I am using for analyzing the trusses are for the girders, the influence line diagram for shear force for the CD panel, and measurement at E can be drawn like this. This is reaction calculations for a particular component, and the shear force can be drawn like this. ILD for VD and ILD for moment for particular section only, not for entire span. We will be calculating for particular section only. That will be dealing in this activities also, where the components will be dealing with the support reactions, that is last reaction. F is last reaction, and that is having X divided by 50 because the total span of member is 50 meters. Here you can see this, each span is of 10 meter spacing. The total spacing will be of 50 meters or feet. That will be used, and the diagrams will be drawn for particular component. This is the Muller's principle, how we have to use. After this, we'll be having some of the numericals with respect to the ILD. That will be taking in the next class, as we're having some of the activities in the college. So I need to be present over there also. So I'll be continuing this class with respect to these numericals in the next class. Will be physically I'll be solving the numericals on board so that you can easily understand the numericals. So solved numericals I'll be not showing to you people for analysis purpose. So that will be easy for you people to understand numericals. Okay. This is it for the day. You can post your roll number and you can leave. Tomorrow we'll be solving some of the numericals on basis of, not tomorrow, in the next class, we'll be solving the numericals with respect to the ILDs.